All right, sorry about that. Hi, guys. It's Morgan Strong Comnick here. For those of you who join me at all, thank you. I'm leaning sideways. Part of it's my Chromebook, part of it's my chair. For those of you who join me since I'm a little early tonight, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If not, you can watch this later and see what kind of random couples that we have. I'm trying to be a little springy today because it's been nice-ish where I'm at weather-wise, but the wind's been really crazy. Like, in fact, my school is a trailer school. It's multiple trailers like fused together. Like you inside though, you wouldn't know it's a trailer by any means. And they picked up our kids a little bit early. And then they're like, okay, you can stay, but you can't be in this building. So my boss is like, yeah, you can just go home. So I got to come home an hour early. And I was actually bummed about it because I had all these copies I wanted to get done. And I'm just like, but I got them done today, right before I did my anime club. So I've got all my social studies copies done for the year and organized because I have, I think, 4 units left of that. And then I did all of my basic manuscript print letter packets for the rest of the year. I had 5 of those sets to do. And then I got all the March holidays, which only 2 of them, ready. And then I'll get math and stuff because that's my individual kids. So yeah, yay, the life of a teacher. Really exciting. So I spent over an hour doing copies, but it felt good to get it done. Like I'm trying to get ahead on Geeky Cool articles, which I write for geekycool.com, which is a fun place for nerds and geeks just to learn about all kinds of geeky news and fun things like that. I feel like I'm like the BuzzFeed of Geeky Cool. So that's always fun. I'm getting my Patreon slowly updated. Still got to do the song of the month, which I'm probably going to do tonight, I hope. And I wanted to do a special, but I had a guest and she's been kind of dealing with some stuff. So I'll try to think of something else to put in for the special. But you will get the first snippet of the exclusive Patreon only story. Yeah. I worked really hard last week on that just for this one little chapter. It took me like 7 hours off and on to do. I was watching Whose Line though on HBO Max. We got HBO Max thanks to my mom's fella, and we were just like, oh my god, it like is the original with Drew Carey. Like I like the new stuff. Don't get me wrong. I've binge watched them on YouTube like 4 times now because they're only like 4 seasons. But yeah, it's been really fun to do that. So, but yeah, my Patreon's caught up. I got to get ready for March Patreon. Geeky Cool's caught up, I think, until May, which is great. And then my website is caught up also until May, except for my Kickstarter post, which once I need 2 graphics from my wonderful publicist. She's working on those. And then my wonderful friend and talented artist and videographer, Lakota, is making our video. And our narrators, Lexi and Logan, are going to be cameoing in it. So I just need those 3 things. And then it's ready. It's good. I got my banners ready. I got the prizes ready. I got the bio ready. I got all of it. I just got to do, and of course, promoting as well, trying to get tips and tricks because tax season's coming up. Taxes killed us the past 3 years. Here's hoping. I redid my tax form last year at my district. So here's hoping I didn't mess it up any worse, although it was pretty bad. But anyway, so Kickstarter for Monsters and Mortals. So we actually did succeed last year with Hunter and Bringer. So yay. We had an $1,800 goal and the fee was $2,000. I paid $200 up front, like I think December of 2021. So they could have chapter 1 done. They get paid like union rates and we have like the best rate that we can considering I am a small press author. So I'm very blessed for Lexi and Logan willing to do their talent for a reasonable price for their time and profession. But it does go by book hour, not by like how many hours they're in the booth. So like my friend Abby one time, who is my narrator for Spirit Vision, she said like Spirit Vision was maybe a little over 15 hours. So she said multiply that by 4, and that's how long she's actually worked on the book itself. So that's about over 60 hours, which is crazy. So I understand that they have to go back and redo lines in case they mess up. They have to make sure there's no background noise, and then they do things called pickups, which I'm learning a lot from the 3 of them professionally. So Lexi and Logan send to like an engineer. They listen to it and then they follow word for word for the book. And if it's not word for word, they flag it as a pickup and they have to go back and fix it or like explain like why that is, or is this the word is correct, or maybe they didn't say it in the right dialect or accent or something. So it's crazy, but I mean, they're very dedicated to their craft. And I appreciate that. And of course, with Lexi and Logan being a duet, you want to make sure they flow, the pacing's good and all that stuff. So yeah. So anyway, so this is Hunter and Bringer. It's not too big. It's like 150 something pages, 154. This is Monsters and Mortals. So a little bit bigger. So about 3 times as big I calculated. So obviously the price is going to be about 3 times as well. So I think the grand total of this one, oopsie, dropping stuff, will be about at least $5,500. But then it'll be an audiobook and it'll be fantastic. And I can enjoy it. And I mean, honestly, having my books turn into audiobooks has been such an inspiration for me. I've been working extra hours at school. By the end of April, it'll need to be 100 extra hours outside of what I regularly work for a program that my district has. And I'm going to be using quite a bit of it to help fund as much as the project as possible. Although I could use that money for bills, I won't lie. But I'm going to do my best to save up. I'm going to do it because I believe in Lexi and Logan and this project and you guys and just giving you a world to have fun and escape to. And a way to inspire creativity and all that fun stuff as well. So that's really appreciative of you guys to support it. So April 4th is when the Monsters and Mortals one will be. I'm debating on how much to ask for. Although the prizes are great, I have invested a lot. That's not me like complaining or bragging. It's just, it's fact. That's how it is. You invest to make money. That's just kind of how life is. But it would be anywhere from probably $2,200 to $2,800 to meet our goal. But that's the thing with Kickstarter. If you don't meet your goal, then you get nothing. It's all or nothing, which kind of is scary. And some people are like, oh, since you're established, your second book is going to be easy. But then also some people are like, second books are harder because you don't have that new exciting audience, although you can get the first book through the second Kickstarter. And then I know financially, I've talked to a lot of people and, things are rough right now. And I respect that. So we'll figure it out. But anyway, April 4th, so save your calendar. I'm just going to check to make sure this is connected to YouTube as well. It should be. It should be. So we'll see about that. I don't think I added it anywhere. I'm really, I promise I'm not playing on my phone. See, I'm on my own YouTube because I want to see what's going on here. See if I'm live at all. No, that's not it. Okay. I am still here. I don't know if you'll be able to see me if I do this, so I apologize. We'll fix it. That's not the case. All right, so I'm still here though. I'm not moving. Okay. I'm just going to grin and bear it. Okay, let's see what we got here. No, it says we're live. Okay, awesome. All right. Because StreamYard and YouTube are supposed to be connected, and they should be. So I just want to make sure. Sometimes my live stuff doesn't show up on my YouTube app on my phone. So there's that, but that's okay. But yeah, so I have lots of friends. Hi, Jolene. Good to see you. Didn't say I didn't have anybody live, so that's why I was confused. I'm sorry. Good to see you. I'm just talking about the next Kickstarter for Monsters and Mortals. Oh, now it says you're on. Of course, delay reaction. For Monsters and Mortals for book 2, that'll be April 4th. So like I was comparing the spines and don't be sorry. So just comparing the spines. So this one costs about $2,000. And we raised our goal we actually exceeded it, which is great. This one, if I asked for all the money, which I'm not doing, would be about $5,500 because it's 3 times the size. But I'm probably going to be asking for help again in like between 22 and 2,800 range because I'm working career ladder at my school with 100 extra hours to try to get like $3,000 to help out. because I don't expect anybody to give me that money. Like, I'm not worth that. My project is great, but that's a lot of money that people could use. So just mentioning that real quick as we're getting situated here. But I hope you're doing good. And of course, Bruce and all the kids, the big kids and the little ones, of course. So I got my baggies here. Okay, so yes, good. Okay, hope I didn't bore you with my Kickstarter talk. I'm always told by my friends to hashtag promote yourself because I always feel bad promoting myself, but I realize, I guess as a creative, I need to do that. But for our game, our first game of our Patreon this year is I'm doing something called Shipping Wars, which I explained in the description. To ship someone is like a relationship, not like a sailor went to sea. I don't know why the sailor was a dolphin. Ship. So it's like a pairing that you really want to get together, or they are together and you support them completely. They're usually fictional. So like anime, it's a big like anime term. Like you ship it. Okay, there's tons of that. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of I like Ash and Misty when I was little. That was one of my first ships before I knew what a ship was. Like I wanted Ash and Misty to fall in love and get together when I was little from Pokemon. So that would be a ship example. So I took fictionalized characters from all over the place. A little bit of anime, but mostly like really well-known characters like cartoons, movies, comics, novels, just media in general, like characters you would know. So I have guys and I have girls. The girls are highlighted so I can tell the difference. And I'm just going to grab a random one from each. Heck, later I might do two guys together or two girls together. Like, I don't know. We'll figure out what happens. And I guess we'll just discuss why they might work, why they wouldn't work. I mean, I don't know. Some of these characters I know better than others. You guys might have some insight I don't. You might have some thoughts that I don't. And if not, it'll be just a fun time. So, all right. So I have the girls first right now. I just kind of grabbed it. Okay. Mary Poppins. Okay. Oh, sorry. Mary Poppins. The British accents. Fun fact about Mary Poppins. That was my childhood movie when I was like 2 or 3. I watched it every day, like 3 times a day. And it's a long movie during the summer. And my dad got so sick of it. He still complains about it. Okay. Oh, I got a couple. Ah! The boys are all sticking together. Oh, okay. Okay. So we have Mary Poppins and Sherlock Holmes together. Okay. Actually, I think this is an excellent ship because, well, they're both British, so that's useful, so they understand each other's idiosyncrasies, the culture, the humor. They're both very intelligent, kind of snarky in their own special way, but they have good hearts. I think Sherlock would drive himself kind of crazy trying to figure out Mary Poppins' secrets, like with her bag and how she can fly. And he tried to figure it out with science and deduction. And she would just be like, "No, I'm magical." But she'd probably have like a hoot messing with him, I feel like, and stuff. They could definitely have tea together. So that would be cute. I can't see Sherlock with children very well. I don't know if maybe he does in the classic novels. I've never read the novels, but the movies I have seen, I think it'd be kind of funny. But yeah, they're both very sophisticated as well. They don't like a lot of humor. I mean, Mary Poppins appreciates play with the kids, but I don't think she's overly humorous. She's more like whimsical and like wonder-filled. Sherlock definitely is not playful by any means, but I think they would go well together. I think they would have a good balance of that sophistication, that charm, solving mysteries together, doing fantastical things, but still different enough just to kind of keep it playful in their own very unique, suave way. So I approve of Mary Poppins and Sherlock Holmes as a ship. So I ship it. So that is not a war. That is a ship. So if you disagree with me or have your own comments, like, yeah, that sounds good. Like, yeah, let me know because some of these characters I don't know as well as others. So I'm going to put that on the left side of me. for Ship It. Okay, let's do now. Oh, these are all sticking to. The boys are just not wanting to break apart these bromances. Oh, one of my favorites, my heartthrob, Captain America, Steve Rogers. Oh, he better have someone good. I am a fangirl of Captain America and Chris Evans. Oh gosh. Ooh, okay. I don't know about this one, but I'm intrigued. Okay. So we have Captain America, and we have Morticia Addams from the Addams Family. You like Captain America, Jolene, or you like Mary Poppins and Sherlock Holmes as a potential pretend couple? Yeah. So okay. Well, there's some obvious problems here. So Captain America is a golden boy, like literally golden hair. He's like the Boy Scout of Marvel, for one. Like he's just the goody goody two shoes. He's Mr. Lighthearted, very brave, very gentlemanly. Now Morticia, though, she is not vindictive or at all. I mean, she likes creepy things, but honestly, a lot of posts I see online about her and Gomez and their relationship, they have some of the most stable relationships from their movies compared to any other like cartoon or real life couples. I mean, they accept each other, they adore each other, they are equals, they work as a team. And Gomez is always kissing on her, makes her feel important. They raise the kids together and fairly. So I think how she treats people definitely coincides with Captain America, although it just looks odd. I can't see him like loving dead flowers or decapitated hands or living in darkness and cobwebs. Not that he's scared, but I just feel like he would be more of a sunshine boy. But they both like the slow dance. We know that. Captain America, his big thing was he wanted to dance with Peggy. No. And Morticia and Gomez dance a lot. They're romantic together. I just think Morticia needs someone really special that understands her. I think her and Captain could be good friends or allies if necessary. But yeah, I agree. I just don't think it's there unless she has a weird fetish with golden boys. So, friendship, that ship I could see. Relationship, no. So I'm going to put that at a war. So no, I don't think that one personally would work. People who watch this later, you can comment if you think Morticia Addams and Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, would fit. So, all right, now I got the girls again. So let's try couple 3. Okay. Oh, She-Ra. Okay, so I could go a couple different versions with She-Ra. I have the original or the new one. So I'll probably go with the original, but they are a little different. She-Ra. And okay, we're going to pretend this fictional character is human. I know they're not, but we're going to pretend just for sakes. Okay, so I have She-Ra and a humanoid version of Mickey Mouse. I had to put Mickey Mouse. He's iconic. Okay. I have met the voice actor for Mickey Mouse, the current one, Brett Iwan, I think. He is very nice. Very, very nice. Mickey is like Captain America. He's boy, he's a really good boy. He's not perfect, he scolds, and in the newer kind of wonky animated renditions, which I'm not a big fan of animation wise, they've had for like 4 or 5 years, he actually loses his temper a lot more. Which I don't really care for. But Mickey's just a good old American boy. Now She-Ra is exotic and she's got a really fun background. So she was a princess of a queen from Earth. And then oh my gosh, I always get the two confused. So we have Eternia and Eternia, the king of Eternia and a queen of Earth get married, and they live in Eternia, and they have He-Man and She-Ra, they're twins. And She-Ra gets kidnapped by Hordak, who was a minion of the evil Skeletor, and gets whisked away and raised by Hordak, and was raised evil by the Horde. So she thinks she's evil when she first meets He-Man. So she's raised evil. So it's a really interesting dynamic there. But then she realizes like she's special, and I don't want to hurt people, and then she's just a magical princess at that point. I mean, she's super strong. She can use a sword. She just kicks butt. She has a magical flying unicorn. So she's definitely the coolest of her and Mickey in their relationship. They're both good people. But I don't know. I feel like, she's so like, especially in the new series, she's like 7 feet tall. She's really buff. It's just hilarious. And she's very stylish, like with the cape, and she's fabulous. But yeah, I feel like she would just carry Mickey in her arms. Like it'd be opposite damsel in distress. Another one, I think they'd really get along. I think she would find Mickey like cutely, like dorky, adorable. But yeah, I don't think romantically, no. And not just because he's a mouse. Even if he was a human, I'd be like, nah, I don't think so. So I'm going to say Mickey and She-Ra are a war. So I don't ship that. But again, I could see friendship. I'm so surprised we have one. Like I thought all of these would be like, no, like definitely not. Okay. Oh, okay. You have Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind. Oh my goodness, I do declare. In Dungeons and Dragons, I'm a tiefling bard on my Pathfinder nights every 3 weeks. So I'm basically Blanche from the Golden Girls if I was a tiefling, which is really fun. And oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a lot about Gone with the Wind. I know a little bit because my mom used to talk about it a lot. And I mean, I know Scarlett O'Hara, Southern Belle and all that. Let's see who she got with. So I have Scarlett O'Hara, and then I have John Wick. I'm surprised I like John Wick, but my friend Todd, he shared with me some of his favorite movies, and I decided to try a couple. And out of the 11, I tried the John Wick, other than the Green Book, were actually my favorite. And I'm not a big action person, so Derek liked them too. So, okay, John Wick is a former assassin. And this is all in the beginning, so I'm not spoiling much. He loses his wife. He decides to leave that life behind. When you're an assassin, things catch up with you, and then they do something that's unforgivable. I will not say what it is. And then it makes him kind of go back into this life. He doesn't even want to kill these people, but he's just like, everybody's after me, so he's got to defend himself, right? And he's really good at assassinating people, so it's in self-defense. And John Wick 4 actually comes out next month, so which is pretty cool. So I think Scarlett O'Hara would kind of be like, my, like, ooh, you bad boy kind of thing. And I know she's kind of feisty and Gone with the Wind for a Southern Belle of the era. If John Wick were able to fall in love again, which I haven't seen that prospect in 3 movies yet, but maybe movie 4 will change my mind. He'd probably treat her right. He probably would like a little spunkier woman especially for the day. She dresses nice. He'd probably teach her to take care of herself and all that, instead of, lounging in the parlor, waiting for gentlemen calls and all that stuff. Or he'd take her on no, he probably wouldn't. He might take her on an adventure. I don't know. I think she would find him attractive. Plus it's Keanu Reeves. He's awesome. So Scarlett O'Hara and John Wick, other than being from different time periods, which is weird. I will say maybe. I think it might be a one-sided relationship. I think she'd be more interested than him until he can get over his emotional scars of losing his wife, which made him leave the assassination business. I don't even know if his wife knew about it. So I'll say Scarlett O'Hara and John Wick is a maybe. So that's a maybe show. Maybe show. Maybe baby. Okay, and then we have Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Oh boy. Or Zoinks, sorry, Zoinks. Can't do a Shaggy voice. Okay. And then we have, let's see for the girl. Oh, I like this one. Okay. So Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and Nancy Drew. Like, there's not much difference. It's kind of like Sherlock and Mary Poppins. Okay. They're both in the investigation business. I'm sure Nancy Drew has tried to find ghosts before. So she totally would know what's going on. Shaggy's been in that environment before. She's brave. He's not, but he'd probably be a useful distraction. So she could be like, yeah, girl power. So, and his dog. Yeah. And of course, Scooby. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, his dog. John Wick dog or for Scooby? But, yeah, Shaggy and Nancy Drew, they both solve mysteries. I think she's a good role model for girls. Show empowerment. Shaggy would be all for that. I feel like he'd be a feminist deep down. I think she'd protect him, but not find him too irritating, as long as he stayed out of her way, which I'm sure he would. And they'd go out and like have a milkshake or something afterward, like something they did in the 40s and 50s. So yeah, the genre wise, they fit great. So yeah, Nancy Drew and Shaggy. I ship it. Let's do it. I don't even know if Nancy Drew has a bow in all those books. I have some of the original Nancy Drew books that my great aunt gave me ages ago. Actually, I think they're up here. They're in that shelf. Okay, this is a girl. Oh God, we got Harley Quinn. Chelsea has some thoughts on this, my friend. Okay, I don't think she's gonna get her pudding. I don't think I put Joker in here. Oh dear, now I don't remember. I don't remember. Okay. Okay. And okay, I have to ship this one just because it's gonna make some people really really. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, I need water. Oh my gosh, I have to. I'm shipping it. I don't need a reason. You can convince me otherwise, but I'm shipping it. Yes, the dog, Julie. I didn't want to bring up the dog. That was so sad. So we got Harley Quinn, of course, who is kind of the assistant to Joker, little feisty clown girl with Superman. So Superman and Harley Quinn. Okay. They've definitely met several times. They've battled several times. So they have a previous rapport. Superman's the good guy. He's not afraid to fight people, but I feel like, if he could try to reintroduce her to proper society, he probably would rather do that because Joker's not a good boyfriend. He's a bad influence on Harley. And though she willingly chose to go with him, I mean, she's a doctor, which that always befuddled me. But the reason I'm shipping it, just because, is two of my very good friends, Chelsea and Lonnie, when my Heroes for Kids charity I work for, they cosplay as Superman and Harley Quinn. And they're always like goofing on each other. Like she's messing with them. One of my favorites is she's on roller skates in a photo shoot. And he's like this, and she has this cape, and she's just like, wee! So, I mean, I guess that could be a relationship of playful ones. So just because, and I will tag them in it later. So Harley Quinn and Superman, I'm shipping it just because I have my reasons. Okay. I have my reasons. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Indiana Jones. There we go. Professor Henry Jones. Derek and I recently, I got him the Blu-ray 4-movie set for Christmas, and I forgot that the 5th one's coming out like next month. And we've watched the first 2. We want to save the 3rd one for when my dad comes to visit because that's his favorite, The Last Crusade. And first one was good. It's really hokey, but it's 41 years old. I mean, Harrison Ford's amazing. And then we watched Temple of Doom, and I forgot how bad. It's been like 15 years since I saw that, but it's so bad. Yeah. The little boy, actually, people knock on that little boy all the time, and he is the most useful character in that whole movie. I'm not like Indy, literally gets his heart ripped out and becomes like this evil zombie guy. And I'm sorry, what? For one, but two, I'm like, the little boy saves his life, saves the girl's life, who she's useless, like multiple times. So I'm like, quit knocking on this kid. I mean, God, it was a bad movie. Okay, so Indiana Jones and Lucy Ricardo. Okay, all right. Indy does not like whiny women because every time a girl whines in the movie, he like first he's like stop whining, and I'm just like, okay, well, you're falling like thousands of feet from a crashing helicopter. Like, I guess she's being a little annoying right now, but I mean, we're all not pros like you, Professor, for one. But then they have a moment like a day later, and he's like, I didn't realize how pretty you are. And then he's like, did you notice we're by a bedroom? I'm just like, Indy, what are you doing? I didn't realize he's not perverted, but like I wouldn't call that suave either. I'm just kind of like, it's a little creepy, Indy. I'm like, okay, and the girl's just like, oh well, you saved my life, blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, and he does, but he's also, I don't know. They both and both girls endanger him. He endangers them, vice versa. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I just don't know. Lucy's so whiny. Lucy, I do love Lucy. It's one of my favorite classic shows of all time. Top 5, maybe top 3. I can always watch I Love Lucy. And I love her, but my dad said Lucy makes me nervous, like all her antics. And I think if I had to be married or even a relationship with that, I would be on edge and stroke probably by now at this point. So Andy wouldn't put up with it. He would just tell her to be quiet, which I know was not nice, but he would, or ship her off somewhere. And I don't think it didn't matter how pretty she was. I think he'd get over it because he gets over things really quickly. Indy does. He's got a good heart. They both do, but yeah, I don't think. And their the tempers. Indy kind of likes that temper in the beginning in a woman, the feistiness. But like I said, after a while, he'd be like, nah, I'm out. I'm gonna go like find some deadly artifact on lava. So I don't think that work. So okay, so Lucy and Indy, I love you both as characters, but I do not ship you. So I'm putting you in the war zone. The little boy, I know he was so cute, Jolene. He gets knocked all the time as like worst movie characters. Not the actor, but like the kids, people like the actor. But I'm just like, Indy would be dead without that little boy. I wish he would have been in more, if I'm being honest. Okay, what male gets this person, I'm going to give them claps just for trying to get in a relationship with this girl. Okay. All right, and my friend Sarah, this is also for you. Sophia Petrillo from Golden Girls. I love Golden Girls. It's also one of my top 3-5 comfort. I don't even know. I don't really count as older because it's like the 80s, 90s. But yeah, before my time shows. But I've watched it like in full 7 times. I love them all. Sophia, Sicily, 1934 or something crazy like that. So, oh my gosh, whoever is with Sophia, if they can stay with her, boys, you're a saint. Like Saint Olaf. And so many of my friends that are my age, like we love Golden Girls. So yeah, it's a lot of my guy friends too. So it's there's just something about it. Okay. I guess there's different versions of this, but okay. So we have Sophia Petrillo, Ma, the oldest of the Golden Girls, in the Golden Girls, and we have Count Dracula. I don't know who would drive each other insane first. I think Sophia would drive Dracula crazy. Sophia would not be affected by his bad attitude or his crankiness, or probably even his bloodlust, because she's talked about we're being in the mob all the time from being from Italy, Sicily, being from Italy. So I don't think his lifestyle would have really affect her much unless it was like somebody she personally cared about. And then she would probably mess with him. Like she'd probably threaten. I see her running around a kitchen with like a pot and a wooden stake if he gets out of line. I could also see her like when he wakes up from the coffin, just trying to kiss him with garlic breath. So I think Sophia would win that relationship. If he could eat her, he probably would eat her. But she's also very religious. She's very Catholic, which is kind of a traditional European, especially in that region thing. So depending on what Dracula you're from, her crosses, her rosaries, her freaking out fangirling over the Pope might affect him too, might protect her. I don't know. I think she'd be fine living in the castle as long as it's not Shady Pines. So I'm sure she'd be fine with that. I'm gonna say maybe. I don't think like they'd be like romantic unless they're both old, they're just desperate. But I think living together would be a hoot. So I would put Sophia Petrillo from Golden Girls and Dracula as a maybe. These are wow. I had no idea what was going to come with this game, guys. I really didn't. That's so funny. Okay. All right. Got another superhero. Batman. If I get a Supergirl or like a superhero female, it's just going to be a yes. Because, again, I know superhero cosplayers. And that's who I imagine. Okay. No. This is a no, but I will read it. Okay. So yeah, Batman, Bruce Wayne. I'm Batman. My friend Dennis does a great Batman. He's our main Batman. And we have Juliet's Capulets from William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. No, for several reasons. One, Juliet is 14. And she dies at 14. So don't give me like, she can go. No. And I do have teenage characters in here for reasons, just in case. Batman is not 14. He might be young-esque, depending on the rendition, but no. 2, he's a brute. Juliet would not fall for that. I mean, unless she's like Scarlett O'Hara and like the deep, dark, broody type. But no, she's more of the writes poetry, climb up my balcony, declare your love for me, although we're very young. So that's kind of how. She's a love at first sight type of girl. A Batman's like, my parents were murdered, which is terrible, but I'm just like, that's great conversation starter there. Let's see what else. Gosh. He's got all the weapons. Like she would, if it's not a sword, she just wouldn't know what to do with it. They wouldn't run away romantically. He would just kidnap her, I guess, if he wanted to, as a vigilante. He says for justice. She might go along with it. I don't know. I don't think he would die for her. Like he wouldn't fake a plan. He'd be like, that's stupid. Because we're just gonna like barrel through your family. And yeah, I know she's a classy lady, and he can pretend to be classy, but he'd rather hang out in caves with bats and build stuff with Alfred. So, I am definitely gonna say Batman and Juliet Capulet. No, you are going to the shipping war, the war zone. Okay, let's see, got a couple more we can do. Oh, this is a fun one. Miss Frizzle from Magic School Bus. Cruising on down Main Street, relaxing, feeling good. It's not like I never watch Magic School Bus because I teach little kids. All the time. Well, I haven't much this year. I try to get my co-teacher. She does the science portions. I do social studies. But she hasn't really done it this year. But I'm like, there's so many good episodes. Yeah, I'm going to take that one out. I don't even know why I have that one in here. I think I was trying to get an even number. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. So we have Miss Frizzle and we have Forrest Gump. Okay, I love both these characters for one. So they're both nice characters, so that's good. Miss Frizzle is a teacher, so she's very patient. So that's good because I know Forrest, bless his heart, he needs things reiterated. Sometimes he needs help understanding things, but he's a good listener. He's a good person, so that's good. Miss Frizzle is a good person. She likes to educate, and he does like to learn things. And he's very driven, like she is. They both have a lot of energy. Hers is more like magical-esque, although just her regular when she's in normal teaching mode. I'm just like, oh my God, girl. But Forrest also has a lot of energy. They're both athletic, so that's good. And they've both done impossible or near impossible things. Miss Frizzle, obviously, with the magic school bus, literally has done lots of impossible things. But Forrest, I mean, he's become a ping pong champion. He saved his platoon in war. He's done bubblegum shrimp, which you can actually visit in Times Square, New York City, apparently. Not sure why it's there, but whatever. Found that out recently from a Try Guys video. Oh, gosh. He ran, across the country just because I feel like running. And he just ran. Everybody was, trying to make a big deal. And he's just like, I'm tired. I'm done. He doesn't overcomplicate things, which is great. Miss Frizzle's good at explaining things, like concepts and breaking it down. And I know in the books, because when my friends read the book, he also is an astronaut. He goes to outer space. Just, and he's a very simple man, not very well educated, and that's doesn't mean negative for. And he had a rough childhood, and I think Miss Frizzle, if they were the same age, she would understand about that, and be very sympathetic. Actually, more than I'm talking, I think this would work. You have the academic with the big heart, and a couple, and I think they would balance each other out really well because they both have those qualities, but one kind of shows the other more, if that makes sense. So you know what? I like it, and I think he'd be okay. He had some bad memories on his old school bus. I think she'd give him some good memories on this school bus, and he's very loyal to his girl, and he has a son. And she would be totally fine with that. She would take care of him. And she's very loyal to her students. And I think he would probably think that's awesome. Because I know he liked when his little boy at the end would read to him, which is really sweet. So, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Miss Frizzle and Forrest Gump. Mrs. Frizzle Gump. Gosh. We're going to ship it. I don't know why I'm shouting. We're going to ship it. Okay, let's go through a couple more. Okay, you guys can comment, or if I'm boring you, just let me know if you have any questions about anything. Ooh, every girl likes this guy. Every guy likes this guy. Man, I'll tell you what. But I've met the actor in real life, and he is a heartthrob and a sweetie. Ooh, okay. All right, let's try this. Okay, so we have Wesley from The Princess Bride. Every girl wants to date him. Every boy wants to be him. And I'm not kidding on that. Especially about the boys. Every time a guy talks, makes a suave character. And they're like, who's that based on? And they go, I said, let me guess. Princess Bride? They're like, Wesley's cool. So I'm not kidding. A lot of my author guy friends are like that. So it's so funny. So Wesley from The Princess Bride. Great movie. And Carmen Sandiego from the games Carmen Sandiego. Okay, they're both travelers. Wesley was more not intentional, but he is a traveler now. They both like adventure. They're both able to get out of sticky situations. They're mysterious. They're both kind of alluring in different ways. Wesley has more of a pure goal, trying to get back with Buttercup eventually. Carmen's goal, I guess, is to escape us and make us learn about geography. But I guess it's a goal. So they have goals. They both wear very fashionable clothing. I will say that. My friend Andrew, I remember in high school, his first kind of cosplay, his freshman year, was Wesley from Princess Bride. And then I did a Carmen Sandiego cosplay. My friend Tabby let me borrow her Alucard coat, beautiful red velvet coat from Helsing. And I did that with the floppy hat and black underclothes, and I did my hair curly, and I was like a modern Carmen Sandiego. So that was really, really fun. I did like a assembly, couldn't think of the word, in middle school. At the middle school when I worked there. Yeah, I mean, as long as Carmen doesn't mind Wesley tagging along, I think he could help her get to some unique places. I think they would never be bored for sure. So, you know what? I'm going to ship it. It's not as strong of a ship as my other ones, but I could see it. So, although I think Wesley and Buttercup belong together. Oh, I didn't put Buttercup on here. I'm going to say maybe. A strong maybe. So Wesley from Princess Bride and Carmen Sandiego. Strong maybe. Let's do a boy first. Okay. Let me typing these up later and people are like, what the heck are you talking about? Ooh, Legolas from Lord of the Rings. Another person that like all the guys want to be and all the girls want to love him. And let's see. Okay. Not sure on this one. Okay, so we have Legolas from Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series. And we have Elsa from Disney's Frozen. Okay. Elsa's single, so that's useful. I don't know anything about Lord of the Rings. Please don't yell at me. Do elves have magic? I don't know. If they do, okay, that's great. If not, Elsa's got magic. So at least there's some magic there. I know elves live a long time. So they both have fantastical worlds, so that they could get used to that. I think she would be more accepted, Elsa would, in Legolas's world, although she's not an elf. The longevity of their lives, because elves live a long time, would be a little difficult. But I think almost anybody with Legolas, that would be, except Dracula, maybe, would be problematic. So that might be a problem. Well, Elsa can kind of use her skills now. Legolas is skillful. They're both loyal to those that they care about. Not big talkers. I feel like they would be quiet friends. I can't see. I want Elsa to have a good relationship. I really do. Not that she can't be an independent woman by any means after Frozen 2, but yeah, I just think they would be nice, like hot elf lord. Jolene. That's great. No. Okay, a lot of my friends growing up loved Orlando Bloom. Like we grew up with him in his peak, like with Legolas and Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean. He is a good-looking man. But I'm not gonna lie, they'd be like, "Oh, Will Turner." I'm like, "No, Legolas with the wig. Like the blonde wig did it." Yeah, for sure. But they're both blondes, so if they have children, they'll be beautiful blondes. So that's something. But yeah, I think they'd be quiet friends, honestly. So I'll put them in the maybe. So Legolas from Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and Elsa from Disney's Frozen. Put those there. Okay. I think I'll do 3. Ooh, that was a wrong button. Sorry about that. Do 3 more. Sorry, Jolene. I didn't mean to click a thing there. Hold on. Okay. Oh, maybe. There we go. Okay. My mouse pad like went crazy for a second. Okay. Wonder Woman. Diana Prince. I thought that name was ironic, but okay. I didn't name her. Diana. And oh shoot, one fell. I am so glad this character came up. I'm not sure I like this character here, but okay, I might need some help on this one. So you have Wonder Woman and Inspector Gadget. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wonder Woman is a demigoddess, an Amazon, So she's going to live like freaking forever, or at least a super, super, super long time. Inspector Gadget's technically like he was dead, essentially. And they brought him back to life with like literal gadgets, like all in his body, like rubber ducks and springs and gloves and all kinds of junk. And he's very goofy. He's not good at what he does. Honestly, if his 11-year-old niece and his really smart dog didn't help them secretly, like Dr. Claw would have like blown up the world at this point. But he's got a good heart, and I think Wonder Woman would appreciate that. I think she would be more like buddy with him, like she is with the other World War I soldiers in the recent-ish, like 5 years ago now, Wonder Woman movie. Yeah, I like the other soldiers that were with Steve. Is it Steve? Chris Pine's character? I think he's Steve as well. Yeah, I think we have Steve Rogers in Marvel, and then we have just Steve, which is another Chris Pine. So all the Chris's are in a superhero franchise, and Chris Pine's going to be in the new Dungeons and Dragons movie, so that's exciting. I think she would befriend him and feel sorry for him and think he's cute, but yeah, there's no like she's pretty particular with her men because she didn't grow up with men. And the first one she really saw, she fell in love with. So she probably like has this weird standard, like, no, it has to be Steve or nobody. So yeah, I don't see it. Although I do like them both as people. So I'll put Inspector Gadget and Wonder Woman as I hate putting them in the war zone, but I guess the war zone. But I guess they can handle it. All right, we'll do two more. I think I'm gonna do a boy and a girl and a girl. Just I keep messing this up. Just for the heckles. No, please. You're so polite, Jolene. Maybe I should do another girl and a boy. Yeah, I better for this one. My papa will come haunt me if I do that. Okay, so we'll do another boy and a girl for this one. That's underage, so I'm not going to go that route again. Oh, okay. Maybe. My mom liked this one. So we have Popeye the Sailor Man, which my papa had tattoo of him from his Navy days. And we have Miss Betty Boop. So classic characters here. So definitely from the same era, same morals. So we have Miss Betty Boop and Popeye. Popeye's a strong sailor guy. He takes care of himself. He's funny. And Betty Boop likes funny guys because, I mean, she dated Felix the Cat, I think, for a while in the old cartoons. I think it was Felix the Cat. It wasn't Oswald. Oswald's Disney. Betty Boop was from the rival company. But yeah, so I know she likes funny guys. And she likes to dance and have a good time. Popeye likes to have a good time. Like I said, the time period is definitely right, for sure. What? Oh. Is that what you meant, Jolene? I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand? Let's see. I think they would work, and my mom loves Betty Boop, and my grandpa, her dad, loves Popeye. So, I think they would work. Actually, my mom always tells this story. So when I was little, I guess I watched old episodes of Popeye with her and my grandpa. I don't really remember. But I used to do olive oil because she'd always scream for help when she got in trouble. So. Oh, you're thinking about Inspector Gadget and Wonder Woman? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with them. I don't think they would be like in love or anything, but I could see them being friends for sure. But yeah, I used to do olive oils, like cry, like, oh Popeye, help! But I can't really, I don't know. But every time I did it, she would just bust a gut laughing, and I don't think I was like a teenager. She'd make me just randomly do it, and I'm just like, I don't even remember the character. I don't remember how it sounds like. So, yeah. So I'm like, I don't think that. I don't understand. So, okay. Yeah, we can switch it, Jolene, because I'm kind of on the fence with them too. They're not like a definite no for me. So let me I messed up some of my thingies here. Okay, so Legolas and Elsa were friends. Wesley, where was Wesley? Wesley is with Carmen, San Diego. Messing up my things. Okay, so Wonder Woman and Inspector Gadget will move to friends. And Popeye and Betty Boop, I'm going to ship it. I mean, time period makes sense. They don't understand each other. They both have a good time. He can protect her, but she's not a complete damsel in distress. She's entertaining. So, yeah, I can see it. Okay. Now I'll do a boy and a boy. Or a girl and a girl. Of course, I picked that character. Of course I do. Oh, man, these are sticking too. The girls are like, no, we're tired. Okay, I don't know how this one would work. This girl would have gone good with Indy. So we have Laura Croft, Tomb Raider. Just my best friend Marissa loves Tomb Raider. We have Rosie the robot from the Jetsons because I wanted just a robot character. I don't even know if friend-wise that would work because Laura's an adventurer. She's rough and tough. And Rosie's like literally a robot. Like she would listen to Laura, and she has wheels. She's not very functional on adventures. So I don't think they could really hang out unless Laura gave up the life of adventuring. And I don't think that's going to happen. There's too many Tomb Raider franchises to do. Yeah, Laura would have been good with Indy, I think, if I drew that. And I like Rosie as a character from the Jetsons. She probably is my favorite. I wasn't a huge Jetsons fan. I like the Flintstones better out of those genres. So I'm going to put Laura and Rosie, just nothing against them, but I do not think even as friends they would get along. They would just look at each other like, what are you doing? Like they're not even like could get around together in actuality. So I'm going to put them in the war zone. So sorry, Rosie. Sorry, Laura. Nothing against you. All right, last two, some bromance. Okay, last pairing. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is great. Okay. So I have Hamlet, Prince of Denmark from Shakespeare. William Shakespeare's Hamlet. Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. Okay, one, I get like two of the most well-known in literature, dreamiest guys in the same pairing, and they're not with a woman, they're together. So that's hilarious for one. Okay, because I was waiting for Darcy. I was waiting to see what chick would I put Mr. Darcy with, because every time I see most romantic lines or most romantic characters, it's always Mr. Darcy, Mr. Darcy. Okay, one, I have nothing against Mr. Darcy, but he's kind of a prick in some of the book, especially in the beginning. And I know, oh, they get along, but no, he's so prick. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm glad their love works out, but he ain't Mr. Sunshine and Rainbows at the beginning. So I don't get the intensity of the appeal, although I do get the appeal. And Hamlet is iconic because it's the most well-known English written language play. Hamlet's also kind of a jerk in some ways. I mean, I feel bad. His dad died. And then his uncle marries his mom. And then later he finds out from his dad's ghost with his best friend that his dad was murdered by his uncle, his own brother. So, Lion King kind of is loosely based on that. So then Hamlet literally starting to go insane because he's like, okay, I got to prove that my uncle killed my dad because my dad's ghost told me, or am I crazy? Should I kill myself instead? Because I can't handle this. And then he breaks up with his girlfriend and he's like, yeah, you and I had a thing. So now your life is ruined. So you better go to a nunnery. But I'm still dumping you because I got too much in my life right now, which is really low. Like he could have just said, hey, baby, I got some bad stuff going on. I'm talking to Ghost. Just wait for me a little bit. Okay. He could have done that. I think though, honestly, the two of them as a like friends, a bromance, as I love bromance. I love bromances. I think they would get along. I really do. Because they have enough of that suave charm, but that kind of not bad boy, but I don't want to say jerk either. That rebel without a cause, but a rebel with a cause. There we go. Rebel with a cause personality that I think they would support each other and even get into each other's antics, but they also would smack each other and be like, you're being a jerk. Although they probably would do the same thing. And then the other one would be like, no, you're being the jerk right now. I can see them tavern hopping, honestly. They would be a powerful duo if they went scouting for girls. Oh my gosh. Darcy with his words and Hamlet with his, well, actually both their words, but Darcy with the romantic words, Hamlet with the status as a prince as well. Very classy guys that can take care of themselves. They both, I know Hamlet can do combat. I mean, it didn't do him a lot of good, but he lasted a while. So yeah, I think these two very famous male leads, Mr. Darcy and Hamlet, I'm going to put them in the ship zone. And I dropped Hamlet. No, I didn't mean to drop Hamlet. I'll find him later, but he's here somewhere. So, all right. So that's our shipping war. So total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships, 5 wars. That means like heck no. And I think 5 or 6 maybes or friendships with these random pairings. And I have a lot more in here. So maybe I could do this game again. Maybe I could do it in March when I do the Q&A with all of the tiers. All 28 of, inviting all 28 of you. Just for like a quick round. And then we guys can just talk about stuff. So if you liked it, yeah. So for those of you who came and joined me live, thank you. Those of you who watch later, let me know what you think of the pairings. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you have your own weird pairings you'd like to try? And we could discuss that in the comments. Just let me know. I mean, it's the month of love. So let's see what we can come up with. And again, don't forget, April 4th, please mark it on your calendars, physical calendars, Google calendars, app calendars, computer calendars. Tattoo it on your arm. I mean, I don't care. Just whatever makes you happy. But our Monsters and Mortals Book 2 Kickstarter to get the rest of it funded. Just like we did last year. We were able to do it for Hunter and Bringer. Now we're going to do it with Monsters and Mortals. So you get 3 times the content, which is awesome. There's about 22 hours we calculated of audiobook awesomeness. And Lexi and Logan are already on board. They've done chapter 1. It's done. So in my Kickstarter, when it launches, you'll get a preview, probably about 11 or 12 minutes, like we did last time, of the first chapter, which is exciting. And which is great because in this one, it's not just Jeremy and Val, but it's Galen and Kessler as well. So yay, we're friends. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being my patron. I really appreciate all the support you give me. I could not do this without your love, patience, kindness, creativity, and, of course, your very kind donations to help me with projects such as funding the audiobooks and doing other endeavors to make our world and characters come to life. Thank you for being my shining stars, and have a wonderful evening that's as dazzling as you. All right, hearts, see you guys soon. Okay. Johnny.